family, welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're on to the divisional round now. 2 steps away from playing on the biggest stage in sports. It's the Eagles going up against the Giants. With that, we're off to the Meadowlands and a frigid MetLife Stadium where we check in with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And yes, Larry, white stuff is on the ground and in the air. 3 inches fell overnight, and we expect more as this game wears on. Should be interesting here at MetLife Stadium, just outside of New York City. Coming up. Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Janor, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Here's Shane Graham for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here's C.J. Spiller. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on first down. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
No gain on the play there, second down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. Ten yards still left on second down. On second down, here's Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Wentz now on first down. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now Wentz will keep it. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
Let's go! Blue Lady! Blue Lady!
It's a sneak, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz taking it in. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. Serve an Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Here's Wentz to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeJuan Harris, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Shepard will go in motion right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle to Beckham. A very solid gain of 27. So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 34 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now Spiller, the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They run with Harris. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Big boys down there in the trenches in a nice play to stop him cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Wentz to throw on second down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
Let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing. Over. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Now Wentz on third down. And that is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Throwing is Manning. It's caught by OBJ. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw is Manning. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Now Manning. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. And they'll run it here. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. They're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Manning. And this is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Rolling to his right. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Your coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down he'll go at the 25. Wentz going to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On first down, Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now Wentz throwing up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And out now come the Eagles. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Over the middle to Smith. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now a play fake. Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Torrey Smith, 27 yards. There the Eagles are back within a score. And this one through the uprights and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Time to step aside. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. On play action, it's Manning. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone. You throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards. And the young Bucks showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way. Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Wentz will try again on second down. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on third down. From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, it's...
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Manning. And this is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. Now 4th down.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the first down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and ended up making a really nice play.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz finding time. And complete to Zach Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is Ertz with it, right side. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Wentz to throw on second down. Being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Here's Pat McAfee now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, Manning over the middle to Beckham. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side.
Let's go. Green, here we go.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's got time. Forced out to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Here's Pat McAfee now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll take it at the 42. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout.
Odell Beckham Jr. and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 48 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete. And he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
Draft year 2010, 15th overall pick.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. 3rd down and 1. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Eagles take possession. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They come out here in the I. Harris. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
3-19.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll run it with Sproles. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here's Pat McAfee now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Now a handoff as they run left side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though,